game number 2 in the winners final between Hut and Dinky King for the Zero Effort Age of Empires 4 tournament number 4. So we got Dinky opt-in for his English this time round. We've got a HRE pick here for Hut. I was going to say, guys, who's going to win this series? But we already know. The whole tournament's been played out. I'm actually just retroactively casting the games in the tournament. So it's played out earlier today, and not all the games got casted, so going back in time to cast the series between the winners final between Dinky and Hut. So right now it's Hut's up 1-0. These guys would later on meet in the grand final, but I'm not going to spoil that one if you haven't watched it. So these guys seem to be fairly close spawn right here. It is only a short one. Interested to see how we go here. But it's just golden food gathering by our players. So they're going to go for a quick Age 2. Already an early prelate for the HRE player, no doubt. And it's on the food because there's the most villagers there to empower. In fact, it's even going to march up here to empower the gold gatherers now that there's a third. I wonder if he's going to park it there. I guess he will. I mean, I don't know. Personally, wouldn't you just go for a 4th villager here, 7 on here, and then just leave your prelate here? Because then he's empowering 7 villagers rather than 4. 3. I don't know. I'm not a HRE player, so I wouldn't know. But I'm probably going to start playing them next. But we've already got an Age 2 incoming here for Dinky. He's only got 2 villagers on it at the moment. But it's very early, so he, for now, just wants to spare as many villagers gathering. He's going to take wood because he wants to be able to get either stables or barracks early on. While Hut, at the moment, is getting his chapel. So he's going to get prelate bonus out of everyone nearby. And this should actually cover... Ooh, it doesn't quite cover villagers on the berries, or only on that first bush. It will cover gold gatherers. Actually, it's a little bit bigger than this radius. It's a square radius, isn't it? So it should actually cover half the berries, most of the gold gatherers, most of the wood line. So yeah, I don't think it's actually a circular radius. I'm pretty sure it's a square, like a box radius. So the 2 scouts from Hut having found quite a few sheep as well. Take a look at bringing those over. I don't know what he's doing with his 2 scouts here though. What was that Hut just deleted? And making room for a house because he moved lumber camps? Weird. Actually... Sorry, how do I go back? Can I go back? I don't know, I don't think so. Anyway, I don't know what Hut just deleted there. But Dinky looking at getting some bowmen already. I don't know why Hut's just having his scouts just sit here. Oh, okay. So, oh, he's Oh, okay. So Hut's actually baiting his deer towards the town centre. I couldn't really figure out what he was doing at first because it didn't really make much sense until it actually got a bit closer. So, oh, okay. I was gonna say he was having so many sheep dancer. I didn't know why he wouldn't just disengage them first before doing this, but okay, makes sense now. But in the meanwhile, while this has been going on, Dinky's been flooding across his bowman, so he's going to be able to harass this wood line. He needs to be very careful about where he stands because he might be able to. Oh, very close. 2 health on that villager. And Hut instantly going, alright, I need to reposition this lumber camp to be in range of the tower. So villager does fall there. Nice stuff for Hut, for Dinky. And Hut having to back off from his wood and his gold, but at the moment there is a villager still garrisoned. Well, I mean, there is a scout garrison in that tower, so Hut not able to stick around. Sorry, so Dinky not able to stick around in Hut's base, and he's even clearing out his wolves. So in the meanwhile, Hut gonna have to try and get on the gold once again. I think he is trying to go for an age 3 behind this. He's banking up an awful lot of food. And now he's got plenty of gold, so he's bringing everything back just to gather food. But Scout can't really stick around for a fight. Doesn't have anything to support it, but here we go. Burgrave Palace. So there's just going to be a flood of men-at-arms here to start with. And then Hut's free to transition into some cavalry or get his own range. Nice little wall here. So this isn't going down anytime soon, but the fact that there's these bowmen mean that this gold mine and wood line can't really be gathered from. But Hut's already taking a bit of a gamble, gathering from over here. In the meanwhile, Dinky, nice farm eco established. He's going to be working towards his castle age behind this, perhaps. Slight misstep there, the bowman falling. The palace going to be finished soon. It's so cool how Age of Empires 4 does this. Puts little adjacent fields and pastures and stuff. Little doodads. Like I said, there's a bunch of men-at-arms now out in play. This building can train them ridiculously fast as well, so all Hut really has to do is just maintain the food eco to keep this up, because this is like having 5 barracks down at once. It's going to be very hard for Hut to maintain that off only 14 bills. He has stacks of man-at-arms now. He's up to 42. He's caught up to Dinky in terms of pop. But then some, so 29-16 versus 33-8. So Dinky's got a couple more villages, but now his army size is half the size of Hut's. Because a couple more trained there at the end, And the man-at-arms, they don't die quickly to the bowman by any means. So even with these units, Hut is going to be able to just steamroll over Dinky, I think, because... Oh, here we go. Dinky does get the castle age. So getting castle, he's going to be able to get access to crossbowmen and a knights, which is what he's going to need to deal with man-at-arms. Because bowmen, really, the damage drops off compared to how they hit against one another and against spearmen and villagers. While these man-at-arms can really sit under the range fire and really force Dinky off his eco here at the moment. This is really dangerous for the English player because he really needs to have that stables and range finished up so he can try and field some of the crossbowmen, some of the knights. Longbowmen are basically useless against man-at-arms when you're talking such low numbers, and the man-at-arms have nothing to stop them from jumping on top of the bowman. This is really hurting Dinky's eco while all this is going on. Dinky's eco really has come to a standstill while all this is happening. Now everything's back to work, but at what cost? It's Hut. 32 bills and 15 military. Dinky 40 bills and 3 military. So Hut's still trailing in terms of the bill count. But it doesn't really matter because when you're down by 8 villages, but you force your opponent to garrison 40 of them for like 2 minutes, you could be behind by 8 villages for like 20 minutes. And so now the man-at-arms running in, and there just isn't the crossbowmen and knights here to try and deal with them. Here we go, so some knights and crossbowmen coming out now, but Dinky's struggling to get the food to get this done. Just because the high food cost of the pair of the units. So it's 220 food to keep both these units, both these buildings cycling, producing here. And current resources, Dinky's got plenty of gold in the bank, but doesn't really need food around. And trying to go for some stone here, rather than some food when he needs it this badly, might really be hurting him. So he can try and get up here, or even try and sneakily get over the back here, while his opponent's trying to harass the front of his base. This Hut's really making it work with the man-at-arms ball, having gotten a lot of the upgrades for him. Actually, sorry, he hasn't really got any upgrades for him. He's been able to take some good fights just on top of the production facilities. And GG, that's the winners final decided. Hut goes through to the grand final, and Dinky heads in to the losers bracket final.